Hi Gemini, welcome to your mid-May 2020 General Tarot Update. It's Raina here. That sounded like Avon calling. Okay, so we're going to do this. Good, I'm glad to get something different for a change. I've been getting similar cards. Stuck cards, as we call it in the trade, in the business. Oh, this is kind of interesting. I'll tell you why this is so interesting. Well, I think somebody said that, oh, that's, now it's kind of like getting a little bit confusing, because let me just, before I continue, somebody, I asked, I mentioned in a prior video that I think that Eight of Cups is Scorpio, because Scorpio rules the 8th house. This is Cups, and it's water signs. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, that somebody wrote to me and said that it's Pisces. Well, the Moon card is connected to Pisces, even though the Moon rules Cancer, so go figure. I kind of know why they are associating Pisces with the Moon, because of what it represents, is more Neptunian and Piscean than Cancerian. But anyway, I was going to say, you know, I got the Moon card and then I got the Eight of Cups, and I was thinking, oh wow, okay, well, if somebody told me that the Eight of Cups is Pisces, that goes along with it. And then I got this card that's connected to Scorpio, so it's like, oof. You know, I'm getting both of these. Okay. Well, the Page of Cups is Pisces, so I think we're going to say this might have to do with a Pisces person. Okay, so we have the Heart of the Matter, the Moon card, which is associated with, yes, Pisces, although, you know, Cancer is ruled by the Moon, so don't rule that out. But the Moon card is about, it could be about something that is secret, that is kind of right there. And you may know it. You may not be able to put your finger on it, but you know something is up with somebody, and you don't know who, or something in your life, and you're just like, what is really going on here? And the Moon card can also be about confusion, delusion, because these are all how we, you know, the shadow side of Pisces. Creativity, that's a good one. Addiction, not so good, and things like that. And so whether this is something that you're currently dealing with, or you are dealing with it with somebody else, we do have in the past position the Eight of Cups. Walking away from something that just is not doing it for you. This could be like a spiritual quest where, you know, the everyday life is no longer working for you, Gemini. As a matter of fact, this is, you know, I mentioned the 8th house, that is Scorpio's house, and for you, you have Pluto there, one of the rulers of Scorpio. In its own house, you have that transit and all these other things. You have Jupiter there now. So, I mean, I have done a reading for you for May, so if you're interested in the astrology of May for you, please check out my video that's already out on my channel. But in general, Jupiter here can even be, you know, that you have luck with delving deep inside of yourself, that this is a big thing for you. And so this may have caused you to really embrace, like for instance, if you had a job that really didn't do it for you, embracing that spiritual side, embracing the creative side, and even, you know, if somebody has always wanted, or, you know, has had talent artistically, and during their midlife crisis, they say, I really want to go back into that. To me, that's the spiritual path, too, because to me, art is spiritual, ultimately. The higher message is the Four of Swords. So perhaps you need to really take a retreat of some sort, not like a spa where you're putting cucumbers on your eyes and all that stuff. I'm talking about more of an inner, doing that inner dialogue, the inner house cleaning. The number 4 is a number of order, and swords are about thoughts. You are swords. And it's funny, Gemini, because I just did Pisces reading, and I felt that I was getting a Gemini. So maybe there's some Pisces and Gemini relationships that need to be sorted out. But in any case, to me, this is the minor arcana version of the Hermit card. So it's taking time for oneself to organize your thoughts, to rest from your thoughts, meditation. And that's ironically how you get your thoughts in order, by not running away with your thoughts. And even rejuvenating the body, that it needs that for some reason. Perhaps you have been in a work situation where, or you had been in a work situation where there were a lot of secrets, where things were not being aired out, and you knew that you had to leave, that it was not the right place for you anymore. This is all kind of general, because even the Death card as the challenge position can indicate the refusal to move on. So, you know, maybe this is exactly what the universe wants from you, but you're having trouble moving on. Especially if you have the moon in Taurus or inner planets in Taurus. You may have, like, even though you're a Gemini, you may have a hard time with change. It may be something that you don't particularly like, or, you know, and believe me, Gemini is all about change. But sometimes people, you would be surprised. That's why you have to look at more than just the sun sign to really get a good handle on people's motivations. And something, you know, you may need to be graceful about some sort of transition in life, and accept it for what it is. Not try to prolong the agony, if you will. What's coming in is represented by the King of Pentacles. This could be a person, especially a male, maybe a mature male, who is in some kind of a field that involves money. I always think of the manager of a bank, an accountant, or a financial investor who helps you in some way. This could be your biological father or father figure who is helping you financially, or a boss in that sense. Somebody at the company, somebody who maybe is a head honcho, the owner. If you feel like you're in the workplace and somebody is, and you feel like your supervisor, co-workers, whoever, are talking against you, things along those lines, you may feel like there's something going on. You might feel like you want to go to somebody above your supervisor, and it might be this individual who actually owns the company, for kind of guidance on how to proceed. This does not seem to me to be a mediator or anything like that. This person would have the ownership of the company, or be at a much higher level that is involved with the financial angle. If there is something going on with a relationship, let's say it is with a Pisces individual, you might not want it to be over with, even though this person is being deceptive. The moon can indicate deception. And King of Pentacles is a possible love interest who is probably the polar opposite of the moon card. This person is very solid, a solid citizen. Could it be a Virgo? an earth sign that is represented by the pentacles. Since you're a Gemini, a Virgo person, you both ruled by Mercury, both mutable signs, that might be the person who is best suited for you of all the earth signs. The other earth signs are Capricorn and Taurus. And I honestly don't see either one of those signs as being, you know, particularly compatible with you, although I do know a couple, long-term couple, where one is a Capricorn and one is a Gemini, so stranger things have certainly happened. The outcome is the Page of Cups. This is a card that's associated with Pisces. However, it can be the behavior that is like that. You have to, when you get this card, you have to be careful about that sense of being gullible, believing everything that you hear. With the Moon card, there's some sort of deception. Are you going to allow somebody to lie to you when your rational mind is like rolling its eyes, you know? Sometimes it's like sticking one's head in the sand, how people are willing to believe certain things, even when it doesn't serve them. So basically what I would say is, I mean, the positive angle of this card is being as a child. And if this is, if this King of Pentacles individual is somebody who really lights up your life, you may feel this sense of trust that you have not had in a long time, because you've been dealing with a lot of suspicion, underlying suspicion about the person in your life. So, like I said, it could be something related to a creative endeavor, and you may get backing with that King of Pentacles as well. All right, that's what I have for you, Gemini. I hope that you enjoyed this. If you'd like a personal reading, I'm primarily an astrologer, and you can see my offerings at the link below this video. Thank you for watching. Take care. Bye.